So using 2's complement representation, if we are using n bits, then the range of numbers that can be represented is given like this. Maybe I will just write it down. So if it is going to be an n bit representation, you all know out of this n bit, one bit will be reserved for sign bit. So remaining we have only n minus 1 bits. Okay. So with the remaining n minus 1 bits, how many symbols we can generate? So 2 power n minus 1. Okay. And this is in the minus range. Then 2 plus 2 power n minus 1, then minus 1 here. Okay. Suppose for example, if n is equal to 4 bits are there for representing the numbers, then what is the range of numbers that can be represented? It is going to be minus 2 power n is 4, 4 minus 1, 3. So minus 2 power 3 plus 2 power 3 minus 1. So what it means? So it is minus 8 to 7. So what are the numbers that you can represent with 4-bit numbers? So minus 8. So if we expand this, it is going to be minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, then 0, then 1, 2, up to 7. So this is going to be the range of numbers that can be represented if the value of n equal to 4. So like this, if for n bit, you will be having 2 power n minus 1, minus 1 in the positive side, and then 2 power n minus 1 in the plus side. So because we have 0, we have to reduce the number by one position in the positive side. So the range of numbers that can be represented in 2's complement with n-bit representation is going to be followed as minus 2 power n minus 1 to 2 power n minus 1 minus 1. So you just remember this range. Okay. This completes the discussion of all the 2's complement representation and the range of numbers. And in the previous session, we have discussed about how addition is going to be performed. Now we will just see how subtraction is going to be performed. I think they have given an example here. Maybe we can take one sample example. So 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. So then we have the number plus 1, 1, 1, 0. Actually, it is nothing but minus 5. So this is nothing but minus 5. This is nothing but minus 2. Okay. So as far as the computer is concerned, how this subtraction is going to be done? So if you want to subtract minus 5 from minus 2, how we have to do? So you have to take 2's complement of the second number and then perform addition. So if it is going to be 4 plus 4 minus plus 2, that means you have to subtract 4 minus 2. If this is the case, then what you are going to do? So you are just going to keep the number first number as such. Okay. Then this subtraction is to be implemented by positive, by plus. Then you have to take 2's complement of the second number. So by performing the 2's complement of the next number, adding it the first number will give you the subtraction result. I think we will just work it out with the problem here given here. So 2 minus 7. So you have to subtract 2 minus 7. Okay. So 2, we will just, I think we will solve each problem one by one. So 0, 0, the first problem is 2 is represented as 0, 0, 1, 0. So this is nothing but 2 plus 2. Okay. Then the minus 7, it is going to be represented in negative number. So the negative number is represented as 2's complement representation. So the 2's complement representation of minus 7 is plus 7. It is going to be 0, 1, 1. This is plus 7. So for minus 7, how we will write the 2's complement number? It is 1, then 0, 0, and then 1. It is going to be 1001. So you will be writing 1001. Okay. Now you do the addition. It is 1, 1, 0, 1. So how you will interpret this number? So it is a negative number. 1 means negative number. So minus. You have to take 2's complement of this number. It is 1, 0, 1. So 101 is nothing but minus 5. So when I add minus 7 plus 2, you should get only minus 5. So what is the problem we have taken? We want to subtract 2. Subtract 7 from 2. So this is going to be the given problem. So you will write the problem like this: plus 2 subtract plus 7. Okay. So for doing this subtraction, what we are trying to do, this minus symbol is going to be converted as addition. So this is going to be transformed as plus 2. You don't do anything with the first operand. Okay. Then subtraction is changed to addition. and if you do like this, change the sign of the second operand, so it is going to be minus 7. So subtraction is going to be implemented with addition operation by changing the sign of the second operand. Having done like this, represent the numbers using the normal representation method. Plus 2 positive, so you represent like this. Minus 7, it is a negative number, so you represent with 2's complement. And after doing like this, always perform addition, so that will give you the correct result. So the thing you have to learn is subtraction is going to be implemented by 2's complement addition. Why? Because we are changing the sign of the second operand. Why we are changing the sign of the second operand? The subtraction is going to be transformed into addition operation. Again, maybe we will just see one more problem. So if I want to do subtraction 7 minus 7. Okay, how to implement this? It is nothing but plus 7 minus, okay, minus plus 7. 7 minus 7 is nothing but like this. Now you keep the first operand as such, change the sign of the operation plus. If you change the sign of the operation, you have to change the sign of the second operand. Okay, the second operand sign. Now the second operand sign is plus 7, it is going to be converted as minus 7. Now what happens here, plus 7 you will be representing as usual as 0, then followed with 1 1 1. Okay, so minus 7 you have to write 2's complement of this number. So what is 2's complement of 0 1 1? So it is going to be 1 0 0 1. So this is the 2's complement of minus 7. So you write that number, it is 1 0 0 1. Okay, now if you add, so to subtraction implemented with to addition, so 1 plus 1 it is 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0, then you will get a 1 here. So if there is an end around carry in 2's complement, you will ignore. So what is the final answer? It is going to be 0. So plus 7 minus 7, it is going to be 0. That's what they have given here. Okay, so this completes the subtraction operation. And in the same way, you can just work out all the remaining numbers also here. Now you just look into this table which specifies how addition and subtraction of sign magnitude numbers are done. Okay, so now the operation, if the basic operation is going to be plus, okay, then we are categorizing into 8 combinations, out of which the first 4 will form the addition process, the last 4 will refer to the subtraction operation. In this case, if it is going to be addition, then compare the sign of the two operands. If both signs are same, then simply add the magnitude. If the signs are different, here plus and minus, so whenever the sign is different, always do the subtraction. So in case of addition operation, compare the signs of the two operands. If they are same, do addition. If they are different, if the signs are different, see here the second case the sign is different, third case also the sign is different, then do the subtraction. After doing the subtraction, you have to decide the sign of the result. How to decide the sign of the result? If whichever number is greater, whichever number A and B is greater, that sign has to be attached. When you are adding, it is addition, so you'll be putting the plus sign for the result. And here when you are adding, okay, this is adding. Here both the numbers are going to be minus signs, so minus is going to be attached. And when you are doing the subtraction operation, now there will be a confusion. What should be the sign of the result? Always fix the sign of the bigger number. So if A is greater than B, attach the sign of A here. Here the sign of A is minus, so you will attach minus here. And when A is less than B, okay, B sign should be attached. So what is B sign here? It is plus, so you will attach a plus here. And for this case, the minus is the sign of B, so you will be attaching this. And when A and B are equal, then obviously the answer could be 0. So better you just give plus 0, because in 2's complement representation, there is no concept of minus 0. It is only plus 0. So this is with respect to addition operation. Now in the same table, if you just look into the subtraction operation, how the subtraction operation is implemented, I think I will write one case. Okay, plus A, then minus plus B. If they given like this, then what you should do, you should not disturb the first operand. Now change this operation into plus, and then change the sign of this next second operand. Then what you have to do, so plus A you will keep it as such. Then for B it is a negative number, so you will take 2's complement of the second operand B, and then you will add. And after performing this, you will be getting a result. Now you have to decide the sign of the result. Okay, so what is the sign of the result? Here we have both the operands are having the same sign, so obviously the sign of the result will be plus here. If they are different, whichever number is greater, that sign should be attached. Now if you look into this case, here see here, mm, subtraction operation. Because we have subtraction operation, immediately you're not going to do. Now you will change the sign, so b sign will be changed to minus. They are having different signs. If they are having different signs, you will do the subtraction. So you will be doing a minus b or b minus a or a minus b. How you are deciding this? Based on the magnitude. If a is greater than b, subtract b from a. If a is less than b, then subtract b from a. Here a equal to b, so in both the cases you can you'll be getting only 0. So all 0 cases, okay, all 0 cases, if a and b are equal, the sign is going to be positive. If a is less than b, you are going to attach the sign of b only. So you just refer the sign of b is minus, so you'll put minus here. Here the sign of b is plus, you will put plus here. Like this, you will be doing the, you will be attaching the sign of the b because b is a bigger number. For this combination, a is bigger, so you will attach the sign of a. And here we are going to add because the signs are same. If the signs are same, then you add. And in subtraction operation, if the signs are different, then you add. So this completes a discussion of how we are going to do addition and subtraction of the sign magnitude numbers. Here in this example, this is an example for which they have given overflow condition. Okay, so how this overflow condition is handled, maybe we will just see the same thing with this workout. Okay, so we are just going to do what is minus 6 and minus 4. Okay, so minus 6 has to be represented in the 2's complement form. So we want to have minus 6 minus 4. Okay, so what is plus 6? It is nothing but 0 1 1 0. So you have to write the 2's complement of this number for minus 6. So minus 6 is equal to 0 1, then 0 1 1 0 1 0. And then the next one is we have to write from plus minus 4. To write from minus 4, you will write the plus equivalent. So it is nothing but 0 1 0 0. So you change to 2's complement representation. So it will be 0 0 1. So you copy all the patterns till you encounter the first one. This 0 has to be changed to 1. Now I have to do this subtraction. So it is implemented with 2's complement addition. So if you add here, what happens? 0 1 1 1 plus 1 0. Then there is one extra. It is an end around carry in 2's complement. So you just ignore it. Now how you will interpret the answer here? So it is a 0 here. So it is a positive number, and 110. 110 is nothing but 6. So you are getting the answer is plus 6. But actually when I do minus 6 and minus 4, you have to get minus 10. Now you are getting a wrong result. Why you are getting a wrong result? Now you can indicate, now you can identify the problem here. Now you just check the carry here. 0 plus 1 1. So for this bit position, for this bit MSB bit position, what is the input carry? Input carry is 0. Okay, and what is output carry? It is 1. So the input carry and the output carry are both different. And in the previous session, we have discussed that if the bit pattern is going to be 1 0, this is an example for overflow. If it is going to be 0 1, then that is an example for underflow. Okay. So here, what is this overflow? We have to represent minus 10. So how minus 10 will be represented? So first represent plus 10. So for plus 10, the number is 0. Then the binary equivalent is 1010. So this is the magnitude for 10. 0 is a positive number. Then for minus 10, how you will write? So it is going to be 0, 1, and then this is 1, and this is 0, and this is going to be 1. So you have to get this number. So 10110. So here you have got 10110. So if you are able to include this bit also, then the answer will be correct. Okay, so this is a very good example for overflow. So this overflow and underflow can also happen in case of negative numbers also. When you are when you are doing the subtraction, there are also possibility for overflow or underflow. So this completes a discussion of how we are going to do this addition and subtraction.